everybody, Caleb here at the Rosa Stringworks Workshop. Today we've got this 1960s Gibson. You see the headstock? It's kind of different. But this guitar is in for a little bit of work. It looks like it's already been worked on a little. It's set up and it's up to pitch or pretty close. So you could play it, but it's got a couple of cracks we're going to have to take a look at. Right here. One of them is under the pick guard. Right in here. You can kind of see it there. And then there's a fairly large crack running right along here. So we're going to take a look at maybe stabilizing those, trying to make sure that there's no unnecessary force on those cracks that caused them in the first place. So I'm going to set it down and we'll take a good close look at it. I'm going to go ahead and remove the pick guard so I can get a better look at the crack that's underneath of it. There you can see this one. I don't think you can see it. Might be a little difficult to see. But it's running from about here to here, and there's actually maybe a little second crack there. Well, I'm trying to push down on these cracks to see if they move. I'm not having much luck getting them to move. Well, I had Jerry take a look at this, and what we decided was at least this one, and this crack were pretty just superficial. This one was open a little bit more, so I'm going to fill it with super glue, but beyond that, they don't look like they're all that big of a deal, and it really kind of looks like somebody else has touched these up. So I've got this crack taped off so I don't get any glue anywhere I don't want it. I've got the thin super glue here. So I'm going to try to get some glue in this crack very, very carefully. Well, it's looking pretty good. I went ahead and took the tailpiece off, so I wrapped the strings up at the headstock. I'm going to go ahead and clean up the whole top. I was kind of expecting this to come off, but it looks like the footpiece is stuck on. So I guess that's fine. I'm just going to have to work around it. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of clean up the top, maybe clean up the frets. They seem a little dirty. You know, just try to make this look good to send back to the customer. So I'm going to get to that. I've got the semi-chrome polish out, and I'm just working in little areas at a time. Starting with where this crack was. And most of that's going to be under the pick guard. Yep, that's working pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and use the semi-chrome and polish up the top. I'll probably do the sides and the back as well. Get this guitar looking good. I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like once I get finished polishing. Well, here's the top all polished. It's looking pretty good. Frets are kind of dull. I'm going to make sure that they're clean. And I'll probably oil the fretboard. They don't look too worn, so I don't think I'm going to touch them. It was playing well before I took it apart, so I don't think I'm going to do anything with that. No point in wasting customers' money on something that doesn't need to be done. But I am going to clean them very, very quickly with some high grit sandpaper. Should just help it out, shouldn't take me any time at all. The frets were just a little bit dirty, but they're cleaned up. I went ahead and oiled the board too. It's time to put this thing back together.
I'm blue for you, darling. I can't try to pretend I'm not, 'cause I'm blue all over again. They say time will heal. Time only makes me wish you were near. I try to stop thinking of you.
So here it is. This old Gibson. Inspected some cracks on this thing and decided they were mostly cosmetic. We did fill the one, but it is under the pick guard, so you can't see it now. after cleaning it up, it's looking pretty good. I mean, pretty good for a guitar in its condition, I guess. Once I tuned it up, I did check the action, the height, and it was a little high, so I lowered it. I mean, we're talking less than 10 thousandths. It was pretty good. It sounds pretty good. It's got a little bit of punch for a guitar with the F-holes, you know. It projects well. It plays good, it feels good. It does have a little bit of a V-shaped neck, especially up at the lower end, the headstock side. It's not my choice, but I'm sure someone finds that more comfortable. It's not unbearable. It feels fairly good. Well, there we are. Pack this one up. I think it's good to go.